What's going on, family? So I was listening to somebody say you shouldn't give your birth chart information, date, time, all that. There's some validity to that, but to each their own. You see, when people drive, you got your license plate. Your license plate to track everything about who you is and what you doing, a lot more about you. They can locate your license plate by you, but you don't see people covering up their license plate. But you see, when people selling their car, they cover up their license plate. It's different frequencies, different life for different types. How do you think the so-called three wise men was able to locate, as they claim, Jesus? They showed that these astrologers was able to pinpoint the exact time this Christ was born. How did they know that if they didn't already know the birth natal chart information? You see, a lot of people get attacked and be contorted and twisted is a twisted information. Words. Understand, man. A lot of people just not protected in these areas. And people like us, we protect it. We can share because we are the light. You know, you got to know what you can do and what you can't do. Because not everybody is a badger in these spiritual realms. A lot of people are made, some is created for a sole purpose, plan that the ancient ones have designed. You don't see everybody doing things that a stunt person can do. A stunt person is a professional who's trained to be able to do the impossible. One of the baddest animals around is a badger. That badger is so tough that even when a lion or a cheetah try to go up and get it, try to bite it, man, that badger's so doggone tough that badger's gonna fight back. That badger is skilled for that type of environment. That's why you got the first three letters in badger is bad. That's one bad mamma jamma. You see, the hawk, that hawk is able to fly to high heights and come down fast without breaking his wings. An eagle can only fly so high because the air, the wind, will rip his wings off, but not the hawk. From the ancient ones, by the ancient ones, most of us are hawks. Stuntmen's created to be able to enter into these realms. Badgers built strong enough. You can't do what other people can do. You gotta know what your frequency and what your level is. You might be AM. You're not meant for FM. And FM not meant for AM. That's why it's two different frequencies. Can't nobody dissect you. See, a lot of people who speak about a lot of things dealing with these realms, they don't know you well enough like you know you. You got to know your capabilities. You see, if you let somebody else have you jump in a pool, you're going to drown. If you ain't been in the water yourself, it's different. Not everybody meant for this type of martial arts. You see, and it's a martial to this art. That's why it's a martial. You got a lot of people who say that they need finances, they need someone to cater to them in this field, in this realm. This is true. Because if you're a student, you're gonna need a teacher. But if you've been groomed and developed, you don't see nobody watering these seeds that's in the earth. You don't see nobody watering these roses and these wild flowers that grow up to be beautifully, but they grow and they develop on their own, unscathed by a lot of these fake messengers, prophets, and so forth, etc. out there, who just need a little bit more money to be able to educate you and teach you and guide you. When Jesus say in the Bible, and it speaks about the kingdom of heaven, that you have to be born again, y'all get it contorted and twisted. That is talking about reincarnation, because you can only go through the womb of the woman. Because when you incarnate into this body, to reincarnate, you got to go back through that portal. You got to go back through that area to reincarnate into that kingdom, to reincarnate into the kingdom of man and the queendom of a woman. You got to go through the womb. So if you really want to enter into the kingdom or the queendom in heaven, heaven is where paradise is. Paradise is within a woman. Heavenly bliss when you in a woman, and likewise within a man. You don't see it saying in the beginning, let's create man in our image. It didn't say let us create woman in our image. And we know that when you say woman, it would say mankind. Mankind is considered to be woman and man. But it said let's create man in our image. So man was created first. This is why men have nipples. Created the feminine gender. This is why women have breasts. Because it's impossible for a man to have something that's dormant, but was taken from a man and created a one man. That's why in the word her you have he. That's why in the word she you have he. That's why in the word woman you have man. You don't see that with he. You don't see that with a man. You see? It don't make man better than woman, and it definitely don't make woman better than man, but we are all equal in the divine eyes. But understand, to go through the womb to reincarnate. A lot of us are reincarnated beings, placed here to be a light, placed here to be the badger, placed here to be that stuntman in these realms, to be able to deal with the principalities, to be able to educate. You see? You can drive around all you want to in these ethereals. But when you drive around in life and you sell your car and you leave your license plate information on your car and you don't cover it up, somebody could track you down. I would be more concerned about somebody tracking and finding out where I live, where you live, than worrying about your birth chart. A lot of people's not meant to show your birth chart, but a lot of people like me, I'm a light. I know what I can do. And before I gave it, I said, you don't even supposed to give your birth chart. But I'm a different light. You see? It's meant for you to understand the astrological alignment. You see? It's meant for you to understand that your first and your last name will tell you more about you than just your birth chart. Because your first and your last name is the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. The creation of what you was created can tell a lot about who you are, what your destiny is by your first and your last name. Because everything is math and math is everything. So you got to drive according to how you drive. You know what I mean? If you a Pinto, drive Pinto. You can't drive big NASCARs. You can't drive big trucks. If you a car, stay on your rim. If you a spacecraft, you drive to high heights. Not everybody's holding other people's hand in these rims. A lot of people have you to believe that because they ultimately want to lead your way, lead your path. I want to lead you into being leader so you can be a leader. A leader got to follow. You understand? So I just want to educate you because you got to be careful of what you listening to, who you dealing with, and you do have to be careful about your birth chart if you're not a badger like I am, if you're not a hawk like I am. You understand? And know that where your energy is, your attention is where your energy is. If you're feeling fearful, it's gonna happen to you. If you ain't divinely protected, anything can happen to you. You see? From the gods, through the gods, by the gods. I show you within my video from the ancient ones on how protected they allowed me to be. And how these things that manifest with me can manifest with you.